Fans of professional football sometimes refer this level. Fans of professional football sometimes refer this level as dog and duck football. Well, today it is that, as we settle in for an afternoon of United Counties League football at the Dog and Duck Ground as Wellingborough Town hosts Coventry United. Will the Red and Greens rise to the occasion against the Doughboys or be left with a soggy bottom? We're close to the Great British Kick-Off, so let's get this party started here on CUTV with Liam Cook. Coventry United make 3 changes to the side who fought courageously at Rugby last week. There's a first Coventry United start for midfielder Sean Wills and former under-18s player Brad Coleman drafted in as a right back. On the opposite side, Ryan Okaze gets his chance at left back. Returnee Charlie Faulkner begins his Red and Greens comeback on the bench. Wellingborough Town also make 3 changes from their 4-0 FA Vars victory at Deportivo Galicia last week. Defenders Kyle Ansell and Dan Childs both given the nod today, along with midfielder Luis Vieira. No surprise to see hat-trick hero Lloyd Buckby retain his place alongside Dan Porter up front. Welcome one and all to this edition of Coventry United TV, live from the Dog and Duck Ground in beautiful Wellingborough. He said Harborough then, we're a season late for that. We're about to kick off here at the Dog and Duck Ground, and let's get you into the team news before we get this game started. For Coventry United today, number 1, Chris Roscoe. Number 2, Brad Coleman. Number 3, Ryan Okaze. Number 4, Riley Devoyle. Number 5, Adam Miles. Number 6, Jake Williams. Number 7, Jack Bowden. Number 8, Mitch Mollison. Number 9, Joseph Agambiade. Number 10, Sean Wills. And number 11 is Kyle Carey. And for the home side, Wellingborough, number 1, Dan Farrell. Number 2, Dan Childs. Number 3 is Kyle Ansell. Number 4, Harry Chipchase. Number 5, Jack O'Connor. Number 6, Rico Alexander. Number 7, Luis Vieira. Number 8, Charlie Green. Number 9, Lloyd Buckby. 10, Dan Porter. And number 11, Tom Ichefano. Well, Coventry will kick off in the red shirts with green shorts and socks. Wellingborough in yellow and blue. Wellingborough the favourites coming into this game 5th in the table. Coventry United 9th. Hasn't been the easiest start for the Red and Greens, but let's see what Carl Nolan's young side can do. We are live from the Dog and Duck Ground. Kickoff is now. The ball back with the goalkeeper Dan Farrell. Between the sticks for the Doughboys. Lofted down the left-hand side. Williams beats his man in the air. Buckby tracks back. Heads ahead with Mollison, and Ronnie DeVore does want to snatch the ball from under the hat-trick hero's nose. And racing up the other side of the field is Kyle Carey. It's back with the goalkeeper thanks to Dan Childs' slide. Remember, Coventry United were caught unawares last week at Rugby, conceding 2 goals in the opening 5 minutes, the first of which coming up in just 47 seconds. They can ill afford another performance like that. There's the throw from Ansell. Buckby. Headed by Vieira. Buckby brings it down. Devoyle getting stuck in. Promising start from the United skipper. Here's Luis Vieira, a famous name, looking for a famous delivery. Didn't get it thanks to Brad Coleman making his first senior Coventry United start. Buckby. Good shielding from Mitch Mollison. Keeps it in on the near touchline. Coleman's clearance blocked and picked up by Buckby with a pirouette away from Devoyle. Little trip from Sean Wills. Referee says nothing doing against Charlie Green. Coventry United break down the right with Jack Bowden. Agambiade playing down the centre of a front 3 this afternoon. Challenge from behind by Rico Alexander, and Coventry United had to throw level with the penalty area. It's a good start for the Red and Greens. Bowden looking for an option, his 2nd start of the season after a first 45 minutes against Rugby last week, and Wills, poor control, takes it out in the right-hand corner. That will be a goal kick. This is also Sean Wills' first stop for Coventry United. He was a bit part player in the opening months of last season. Didn't quite cut the mustard, but at the start of this year has really proved himself in substitute appearances and in training sessions. So Carl Nunn has given him the opportunity to start today. He's up there. Good strength on show by Adam Miles. It's nodded out on this near side. And so wants to get the home side underway sharpish. Up it goes. Just header away by Coleman. It's over Wills. Agambione looking to let it roll on for Wills, but gets sailed by the midfielder Green. DeVoyle smacks it against Buckby. Wills. Mollison dinks it to Wills, looking to return the ball to Mollison, but captured by Green. Here's Jack O'Connor. Back with the goalkeeper, Farrell. Nodded on by Buckby. Looking for Dan Porter. You might try to head it back to the goalkeeper, and Roscoe collects from Jake Williams. First time Williams has played in a back four for Coventry United. The Red Greens have been playing the wing-back formation for the last couple of weeks due to injuries and unavailability. Jared Clamp's still injured. No Renato Prifty either. Torrey Herbert not in the squad. We do await the return of Charlie Faulkner from the bench. There is interest in other players for Coventry United, so we could well see new and improved signings coming. So watch this space on the Coventry United social media channels at Cov United on Twitter. Porter. Vieira, encased on that left-hand side, whips the ball in. Good first touch by Buckby. Turns the legs up to Chip Chase. Rolls it right. Ichifano. Going to beat Okaze. Ichifano. Roll towards the goalkeeper by Dan Child and stopped beautifully by the legs of Chris Roscoe. The first challenge for the United #1 all in green today, and he was equal to it. Okaze runs up and launches upfield with the throw, looking for Agambiade, beaten mid-air by O'Connor. But it's back with Agambiade, stopped again by O'Connor at the expense of a throw just in front of the Coventry United technical area. Carey turns away from the challenge of number 11 now, cross opportunity down the left-hand side for Riley DeVoyle, but sends it high behind the goal. Disappointing against the move for Coventry United. You see United cameraman Jeff lumbering about without his camera. Jeff, where's your camera? What are we paying you for? Jeff here doing an amazing job as always on the camera. Look for his photos on his Flickr account after today's game. Just control the midfield, looking for Vieira. Neat slide by Coleman. Gonna send Agambiade on the run down the right-hand side, and a sleek slide in by Rico Alexander. Takes the ball cleanly out for a throw on this near side in a dangerous position. Coventry United with promising beginning to this match. Can they make it count? It's Brad Coleman, the young right back. Usually plays as a midfielder, but he's wearing number 2 today. Wills makes himself available. And for Agambiade, heads it straight out in the same position by the same player, Rico Alexander. Big number 6 shrugging his shoulders and saying, that's all you've got. Coleman waits for the ball. Brad Coleman. Carey brings it down, looking for a delivery perhaps. Great separation from Childs. Here's Mitch Mollison, signed from Highgate a couple of weeks ago. Agambiade beaten to the slide. On that far side, and Coventry United will have a throw taken quickly by Okaze. Here's the captain, DeVoyle. Agambiade shrugs off the challenge, but he's surrounded by yellow and blue shirts and finds his way out of that hole. Agambiade takes aim! Oh, what a fantastic goal by Joseph Agambiade! His second goal for Coventry United, and it's another stunner. Picture perfect precision from the United number 9. Had Farrell scrambling, he could do nothing about it, and Coventry United, with a sensational start, take the lead in the Dog and Duck ground. Joseph Agambiade on the mark. And this time the CUTV camera has captured Joseph Agambiade scored. We missed the last one against Bedworth. Perfect start for the Red and Greens. Can they keep it up? As we said, United came into this game as the underdogs. 4-place difference in Wellingborough's favour, and Wellingborough at home too. Let's see if they can come back immediately. Handball against the number 10, Porter, in the penalty area. Unfortunate way to curtail the move for the Doughboys. We will, of course, keep on to date with the latest goings on at the CBS Arena as Coventry City look for their first win of the season at home to Middlesbrough. Agambiade playing on the left side now. Will's playing down the centre. Ogaze charged down. Aimless ball into the Coventry United back line. Here's Adam Miles, still United's top scorer, but Agambiade is catching him up now. Here's Jack Bowden down the right-hand side. Ansell's taking a blow. Bowden will continue into Sean Wills. Can Coventry United make it 2? No, they can't. Scrambling across the goal to collect his Farrell. But Ansell needs some help. And it's thrown out by Farrell. So that Kyle Ansell can receive the treatment he needs. Maybe a little bit of a blow in the chest. Well, he's on his right shoulder. Didn't seem to be much contact from the United man. Maybe a bit of a freak injury there. Maybe he was trying to put his hand on the United player's shoulder and threw his shoulder out. We have seen that sort of thing before. Of course, Joe Cairns has had problems with his shoulders during his Coventry United days. And it looks like Ansell, it looks like the shoulder's not even in its socket, so we could be seeing the end of Kyle Ansell's afternoon already after just 9.5 minutes. That would be a real shame for Ansell, who was brought into the squad today. When United were going to throw the ball back to Wellingborough, who at the moment are down to 10. They haven't brought on a substitute just yet, but you'd have to think that Ansell can't continue in this fashion, and yes, he is. He's leaving the field. Kyle Ansell will not be able to continue. Disappointing for Ansell, because wish him the very best in his recovery, but it looks like he's thrown his shoulder out, and you can't ask a player to play through that. Giuffano, number 11, almost at a wing-back position at the moment, while the substitute is prepared, gets it back from Buckby, sprinting down the left-hand side, seems unstoppable. Out-muscled by Bowden, but Buckby's there to collect. Lloyd Buckby cutting in from the left, swung clear by Devoyle. Coventry looking composed and calm. Advantage given as Mollison was tripped, and Agambiade through for Coventry United down the right-hand side. Needs support in the box. Carl Carey making himself available. Jose Agambiade looking to skip past Rico Alexander. Alexander gets his body between the player and the ball, and it's out for a goal kick. And here comes the substitution now for Wellingborough. Coming on is the number 12, that's Dan Mortimer. The first substitution a lot earlier than Wellingborough would have liked to make, as Kyle Ansell suffering what appears to be a separated shoulder or something along those lines. And an early goal in, well, 2 surprising early goals actually. Crystal Palace lead Chelsea by 1-0, and Brighton are 1-0 up at Liverpool. It's still 0-0 between the Sky Blues and Middlesbrough. Smile up there. Still 0-0. It's not 0-0 here at the Dog and Duck ground. 10 minutes gone. Coventry United lead by 1-0, scored by Joseph Agambiade. Maybe Charlie Fulton might not march his way straight into a Coventry United shirt after that goal. Agambiade looking to take it past Rico Alexander. That's too far. Vieira. Now Green. Jack O'Connor. Looking to find the run of Ichafano down the right-hand side. Ichafano has collected. Looking to take on Adam Miles. Hooks it in for Vieira. Chest control by Vieira. Turns his back to goal. Coleman covers him off. Vieira charged down by Bowden. He's with the substitute now. Mortimer. Cushion to Vieira. Is he having a go himself, or was it a successful one? Straight into the gloves of Chris Roscoe, but they've got to give it a chance. I want to say a shout out to Nigel Ward, who's tuned in, calling me for the team news 5 minutes before kickoff, as usual. Never heard of social media, that guy. Here's the Voyle. Carey avoided a slide, but the ball was taken away by Childs. Porter looking to put it through for Lloyd Buckby, but Buckby didn't make the run, and it's straight back to Roscoe. Miles playing out from the back. Here's Ryan Okaze. Fizzing nicely at left back. Lofted ball for Kyle Carey. O'Connor back with Farrell. Launches it clear. Good composure from the Doughboys #1. And the head on by Porter could allow the run in for Buckby. If it wasn't for a fantastic slide from Jake Williams. And swung out on that far side by Adam Miles to the throw. Coventry United, a strong back line today. Finally gone back to the back four after a few games trying the wing back formation. Porter goes down under the pressure of Ryan Okaze. That's going to be a free kick on the right-hand corner of the Coventry penalty area. Goal at Craven Cottage. Newcastle 1-0 up at Fulham, who have gone down to 10 minutes, to 8 minutes. Nathaniel Chalobah getting sent off in that game. And the goal scored by Callum Wilson, former Coventry City striker. And here's the first real opportunity for Wellingborough to draw level after Coventry United shocks the home crowd by launching themselves in front through that Agambiade stunner. Buckby in there as well as Alexander. It's over all of them. Wouldn't have even made it in rugby, let alone football. A poor delivery, and that'll be a goal kick. 15 minutes gone at the Dog and Duck ground. Wellingborough 0, Coventry 1. And an early substitution made on around the 10-minute mark with Kyle Ansell withdrawn due to a shoulder injury, replaced by Dan Mortimer. Miles. De Voyle plays it back with Jake Williams. This game isn't all about the scoreline for Coventry United, it's about game management. They haven't found themselves in this sort of situation a lot, this new young team. Taking the lead against a club in a higher position in the league. They had a good start, United winning their first 3 games. And Farrell, one-on-one with Agambiade, had to try and trick his way into some space and did so beautifully. Agambiade is hungry for another goal. That's a poor ball down the left-hand side. Vieira was behind it. That's going to be a Coventry United throw level with their own penalty area. Next, those blue and yellow corner flags. I'm not sure whether they're in support of Ukraine or it's just the colours of the club. Maybe a bit of both. Coleman has performed well at right back so far. Nodded on to Port on the fringe of the penalty area, and Coleman does brilliantly, but he's dispossessed by Buckby. Green back into Doughboys territory with Jack O'Connor. Looking for Ichafano, cleared by Okaze. Agambiade's up there, bounces in the centre circle, chest controlled by Mitch Mollison. Ducking and diving away from his opposite number 8 in Charlie Green. Now Miles. 3 goals for Coventry United this season. Looking for the perfect ball to Kyle Carey. Carey flagged offside, and the referee blows the whistle. Quickly taken by O'Connor. Bounces into the air for Buckby. It was well held by Chris Roscoe. May have taken a little nick on the way through. And Roy Evans just walking in after 15 minutes. Stadium now for the Butts Park Arena. Vieira. He's running to the box, gets out. Coventry United have the ball back again. Here's Brad Coleman. Wills. It's with DeVoyle, slide in by Green. But Wills was taken out before he collected the ball. Harry Chipchase, the offender. Coventry United with the throw. Loses the free kick. The ball returned by Mortimer for a throw in virtually the same position. Coleman. DeVoyle. Launch it on the left-hand side. DeVoyle finds Kyle Carey. Overlapping run being made by Ryan Okaze. Agambiade's next to him. Tried to square for Agambiade. Too close to Alexander. And O'Connor charged down by Okaze. It will be a throw. Just about level with their own penalty area for Wellingborough. If United can try and box them in here, they could craft another opportunity. 18 minutes gone. Still 1-0 United. And still 0-0 between Coventry City and Middlesbrough. Buckby. Looking for Ifachano on the right-hand side, launched away by Miles. And Wills clearly being held from behind. Referee says free kick. Frustration on the face of Harry Chipchase, but a fair decision from the referee. As we now can see Kyle Ansell back on the sidelines with his arm in a sling, it looks like. Well, I've got to see that he's relatively okay. Miles. Wills looking to cushion it down. And a free kick against Sean Wills. I'm not entirely sure what for, maybe a hand in the chest. Confusion among the red and green army here. Free kick nodded down by Brad Coleman. Here's Mollison. He just finds his way out of a sea of yellow and blue and does so. Williams looking at me to run down the right hand side. Wills, cushion header, only as far as Vieira. Followed all the way by Mollison. Beating him for pace and a great slide by Coleman. It's pulled back for a tug on the shoulder by Mitch Mollison on Luis Vieira. That was a fantastic slide from Coleman. I tell you what, Coleman has really impressed me at right back today. And there's been a goal at the CBS Arena. Coventry City lead. Victor Gyökeres in the 17th minute. Put into the area. Good hands by Roscoe to claim the cross from Chipchase. Carey. That's a great through ball for Bowden, but he just strayed offside. That one strike too many before the ball was played from Carey. United look like a team to be feared at the moment. Wellingborough, don't get me wrong, have had their opportunities and still look dangerous, but Coventry United look a different team to the one that played last week at rugby. Nice give and go forward down the left-hand side to Vieira. Shoulder barge on Coleman. Coleman sticks his leg in and gets enough on the ball for the referee's liking as Vieira drops to his knees. DeVoyle finds Coleman. Brought safe to defeat by Jack O'Connor. Ifachano. Chance to break into the area. Skips over the challenge. Lays it off for Vieira. Tried to pull it away from Coleman, but wrong-footed himself. And now Coleman strides unopposed into Wellingborough territory. Now Wills. DeVoyle. Agambiade the target. Trying to trick his way past the defender. O'Connor was equal to it. Green first and the seconds. Now Vieira. Porter evades the slide of DeVoyle. A slide in by Mollison does nothing either. Ifachano looking for Lloyd Buckby. Lunging by Okaze. Okaze's hurt himself, but he's got the ball. DeVoyle looking for Kyle Carey, lobs it left. Got it down by Childs. Now Green will give it a go down the right, followed all the way by Carey. Pulls away from the United winger. Drilled into the midfield. Here's Chip Chase. Space on the left-hand side for Mortimer, the substitute. Launched in by Mortimer. Buckby's up there. Crucial header by Adam Miles to ride DeVoyle on the edge of the area. Great game management from Coventry United so far. Here's Agambiade battling with Rico Alexander. Alexander beaten by Agambiade. He should have put it through for Kyle Carey there with a through ball, but he was tagged from behind by Alexander. Coventry United free kick midway into enemy territory, and Alexander could be the first man to go in the book. Free kick to come. Riley DeVoyle standing over it. He's got Mollison behind him if he wants to play it short. Plenty of options on the edge of the area. Wills, Carey, Agambiade, Bowden, all waiting for it. Who will DeVoyle pick out? Launched into Miles, looking for Jake Williams, defended with a crucial touch away from the United number 6 and launched upfield to Buckby. Now Porter. Of the other end is Ifachano. Racing down the rod against Ryan Okase. Okase touches it behind for the corner. Good pressing from Wellingborough, but Okase equal to it. There's Jared Bradshaw warming up down the touchline. Surprised to see Bradshaw on the bench today. Ijafano on the right-hand side to take this corner kick. Moving in that penalty area towards Buckby! Bullet header! And Wellingborough level. Lloyd Buckby adding to the 3 goals he scored last time out. Roscoe didn't stand a chance with that. Lloyd Buckby levels it up at the Dog and Duck ground. It's Wellingborough Town 1, Coventry United 1. And another goal at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Brighton 2. Another goal for Trossard. So goal for Wellingborough after 25 minutes. See what Red and Greens can do. They're being pegged back. That's been a great run for Coventry United. They haven't won since the first 3 league fixtures. As Ryan Okase lunged in on Ijafano and is pulled back for it for the referee. It was a good lunge in from Okase. Got a little bit of the ball, but obviously got the man before he got the ball. And Ijafano is taking some time to sort his boots out. Mixed conditions here at the Dog and Duck ground. Part sunshine, part dark cloud. So a couple of spots of rain in the air. You never know what's going to happen in the second half. Might make the attacking side more interesting. And a chance to drill it there for Ijafano, but blocked by, I think it was Mitch Monson who's got his body in front of that. Now chipped down the right side for Vieira. Vieira cushioned down. Ijafano scoops it over the woodwork. And another potential injury concern here for Wellingborough Town as Lloyd Buckby, the scorer of the equalising goal, is in need of some treatment. Let's take you through some current scores around the grounds. Let's say in the Premier League, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0, Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 0, Fulham 0, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 0, Brighton 2, and Southampton 0, Everton 0. And as we told you earlier on at the Coventry Building Society Arena, it is Coventry City 1, Middlesbrough 0. Well, let's see what's going on with our local rivals of Coventry Spinks. They are at home to Long Buckby, and Spinks lead by 1-0 after a game goal from James Bryson. And we'll check up on the Coventry United Old Boys of Highgate United. Highgate also lead. Another goal from Ryan Harkin. So we're ready to get back underway. Buckby seems to be okay, should be able to continue. We've had 27 minutes here in Northamptonshire in beautiful Wellingborough. On the right-hand side, cushioned out just before the CUTV camera by Dan Mortimer, and Coventry United after a promising start. I've got to try and find that gear again. Coleman, now Wills having his arm held by Green. Coleman to Mollison. Miles trying to calm things down at the back. Okaze waiting for it. It was behind Ryan Okaze, and out on the far side for a Wellingborough throw halfway into their own turf. Next time we come on air here on CUTV will be next Saturday, the rearranged League Cup fixture at home to Belper United, rearranged after the death of Her Majesty the Queen a couple of weeks ago. We'll be live from 2:55 with highlights to follow. Well, that one will make the highlights from Dan Porter, but it won't make the score sheet. Striding away from penalty areas, Jake Williams with the ball at his feet. Going to be out of the target, noted down by Rico Alexander. Here's Green. The extended leg of Green caught, and the referee's got to duck out of the way as Williams returned to sender. Mortimer looking for Vieira, challenge from behind by Coleman, gets enough on it to take it to Sean Wills. Now to Roy DeVoyle, caught by Green, but pirouettes away and finds himself some space. Now Mitch Morrison looking for Sean Wills, and diving in is Mortimer, gets enough on it to take it to Bowden. United have called it back. The referee has called it back for a free kick against Sean Wills there. I'm not really sure why he's given that, bit of a strange one. Maybe Wills caught the run on the way through. Farrell. Everything he has to do today is pick the ball out today. He hasn't had a real save to make. Roscoe. As well, he had that save to make with his foot early on. It's been a bit of a midfield battle between the two sides as when we get the throw on the far side, taken by Childs. Porter for Ichifano, couldn't find him, and now it's Roy DeVoyle down the left side for Carey, still looking for his goal, first goal of the season, and you won't get it on this occasion after a good challenge in from the side by Harry Chipchase. Game's gone so quickly here at the Dog and Duck Ground. It's been a great spectacle so far. Oakesay looking to add to that with a delivery from the throw. Looking for Bowden, headed out as far as DeVoyle, cushioned down by DeVoyle. For Mitch Morrison to strike. Sends it wayward towards the right-hand side. Morrison also looking for his first Coventry United goal. You don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. So it's Farrell towards his near side. Hanging out straight for a throw, despite the best efforts of Lloyd Buckby. Got his bonds on that, but it was already the wrong side of the line. Coleman's throw to Wills. Chips it up for Mollison. That's surely handball there against Dan Childs. The referee says no. He had his hands up to protect his face. Now Carey encased on the right-hand side, covered off by O'Connor. Still Carey holding up well. Can he whip it in? Charged down by O'Connor, back with Devoyle. Here's Sean Wills. And Devoyle barged to the ground forcefully by Harry Chipchase, and that will certainly be a free kick. Sort of thing you see in the NFL. No yellow card needed. On 32 minutes, Coventry United had the chance to retake the lead with this set piece. Will eyeing up his options, and one of them is Jake Williams beaten mid-air. Will Miles collect on this near side? Yes, he will. Down line, but Mortimer gets it ahead of Mollison. Mortimer down the left-hand side. Vieira with a target. Another fantastic slide challenge from Brad Coleman. Takes it out for a throw, allowing United to retreat and regroup. Mortimer. Lunge in by Jack Bowden's enough to take Mortimer out. Mortimer feels that Bowden got a touch on that. The referee doesn't agree. Coventry United throw. We'll be going off there at half-time for about 10 minutes, so make sure to grab yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold. Be back here for 4 o'clock. The throw to the feet of Wills, being held by Green. Lunge in by Wills, deflected out, and stopping the run of Luis Vieira. Throw virtually the same position as the last one, about 15 yards into United territory. And there's the throw to Rico Alexander, close by Agambiade. And the ball to Vieira, intercepted by Coleman, who launched it upfield. No one home for the red and greens. I think a bit too quickly there was young Coleman, former under-18s man. Usually plays in midfield, but has excelled at right back. Maybe I'll be giving Jared Clamp a headache when he comes back from injury. See, big injury concerns Coventry United today. Jared Clamp still out, and not that pretty. We're hearing 3 weeks away from returning to the starting lineup. And Ed El Hagani is currently having 90 minutes at Copswood today, so he can get back in decent shape, ready for a return to the red and greens. Alexander, like a swiping across the big number 6. Coventry United showing no fear at all today. There's plenty of space in the midfield. Devoyle closing down the Wellingborough number 4. It's out wide with Childs. Here's Green. Batter into the last 10 minutes of normal time. Devoyle looking to sift it through for Kyle Carey with a through ball, but cut out. Now at the other end, it's Buckby. Barged to the ground by Miles. Wants a free kick. Referee says nothing doing. Miles has took it out for the goal kick. Good work for the big number 5. As Buckby gets back to his feet, he's opened up a little bit of a gap on the left-hand side. Plays a 1-2. Just Miles between himself and Okaze. Ducks past Alexander, but it's too close to Porter. Mollison lobs it into the area. It's shepherded back to the keeper by O'Connor. Farrell claims. "35 minutes gone." Dog and duck ground in the United Counties League Premier Division South. It's Wellingborough Town 1, Coventry United 1. United taking the lead in the early going. For a header from Lloyd Buckby, bringing it back to 1-1. Okaze hooks it out level with the penalty area. Under pressure from Chipchase, and that will be a throw-in for Wellingborough. As the heavens have opened in Northamptonshire. It's the throw to Green. Just going to do the Childs, and nodded out by Devoyle. Had to be safe and sorry. That'll be a corner kick for Long Buckby, and we know what happened with the last one. United will have to be at their A game here. Wellingborough complete the turnaround with another set-piece special. Alexander's in there, Buckby making the run towards the near post as well. It was diverted towards goal at the far post by O'Connor, but put across the box rather than towards the net. Bowden can't keep it on this near side. Alexander calling for the throw and gets it just shy of the penalty area as Jeff Bennett looks for cover in the main stand at the Dog and Duck ground. Should have brought a coat. He brought a coat and he left it in the stand. Throw hooked away by Jake Williams. Another throw in to come. Right, it's a good job that we're in a covered area here at the Dog and Duck ground. I wouldn't fancy filming the game here. And the wind is still taking the rain inside the stand. Poor Roy's getting water in his beer. Slide in by Coventry United's Jake Williams, takes out for another throw, a couple of yards further down line. Well, Liverpool have pulled one back in their game at home to Brighton as the rain continues to thunder down. The players of Wellingborough and Coventry United braving the conditions. The fans certainly aren't then moving to higher ground as the ball runs out down the right hand side for a goal kick. Who would have thought you need an umbrella in the stand? Well, we've got approximately 7 minutes on the clock. A draw at half-time for Coventry United. I don't think they would have complained about that before the game. After going in front, they would have expected something a little bit better. Perspective is a wonderful thing in football, as we said. As Roscoe looks to punt it down the centre of the park, drifts to the left for Kyle Carey. Carey knotted it down. Agambiadi will give chase. First to it is Rico Alexander. He's got Green next to him, puts it down on the left-hand side with Luis Vieira. Surrounded by red shirts, that won't faze him. Buckby, Mortimer. Oh, looking for Ejefano in the penalty area, but it drifts too close to the goalkeeper, Roscoe. Roll that quickly to Adam Miles. Scoring centre back, and a lunge in from behind on Ryan Okaze by Porter. Okaze left in a heap. What will the punishment be for the number 10? Well, the United physio is called over, and for Coventry United, today's physio is, I'll try and get you her name up for you. We have a new physio today, Amani Chabda. Our regular physio, Lucy Stead, on holiday. We had Dan White back for one game only last week, but Amani actually works with the Coventry United ladies team, who are in action tomorrow afternoon at the Butts Park Arena in the Continental Cup against Southampton. Okaze still on the floor. Seeing treatment from Amani and some words of encouragement from Adam Miles. If Okaze can't continue, then the logical player to bring on would be Abdul Bamba, who's really the only one of the 5 substitutes of Coventry United who isn't a forward. You have Archie Gallagher, Charlie Faulkner, Brian Love and Jared Bradshaw on the bench, along with Bamba. The ideal way to go into half-time this Coventry United with an injury to Okaze, who has flourished for the Red and Greens over the past 8 months or so. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half, it's Wellingborough 1, Coventry United 1. As Amani gets a bit of praise from the Wellingborough staff on the far side. So it's Roscoe to get United back underway, Okaze back on the pitch. Bounces kindly for Porter. Clearance smack to the head of Wilson. Agambiade will chase. And Agambiade has found his way through, wresting the ball away. Agambiade, crucial slide by Rico Alexander to take the ball away at the crucial moment, but it will be a corner for the Red and Greens. Agambiade was clean through there, but a fantastic bit of defending from Alexander to keep the scores level. And surely would have put it away there. Delivery put in by Devore. It's towards Adam Miles. Falls to Wills on the near side of the penalty area. Mollison waiting for the delivery. Put in by Mollison. It's strong header away by O'Connor. Okaze keeps it along with Vieira for company. Diving header, and Miles did bring it down. Puts it wide of the goal anyway, but it's been called for a free kick. O'Connor putting his head down in a dangerous position, putting his body on the line. And he won that particular roll of the dice. Wellingborough looking to complete the turnaround before half-time. Chance to whip it in down the right-hand side. Wellingborough player goes to the ground a little too easily, in my opinion. The referee waves away protests. There was contact, but not enough to send him to the ground. Remember, officials are told now to allow more leeway for physicality as Agambiade picks up that cushion header by O'Connor. Looking to catch Farrell off his line, but the defenders are back in time. Agambiade. Ichifano. Chance for Porter across to Buckby. Flashes across the face of the number 9. I suspect we're destined to head into the half-time break in a stalemate. Well, we kicked off a little bit early here at the Dog and Duck Ground. We've had 43 minutes. And it's still 1-0 between Coventry City and Middlesbrough, and we've got a little bit of a delay here as the referee has asked for the kick to be taken again. As the sun starts to break through the cloud, but the rain persists. It has got lighter, but I think the players in both yellow and red will be happy for a warm towel at half-time. DeVoyle lobs it right and into the crowd. For a taken quickly by Mortimer. Now with Rico Alexander. Here's Green. Spots an option right, just over the head of Carey to find Dan Childs. Ichifano. Buckby. Swings it right, just a pace in front of Childs. And that'll be a throw-in midway into United territory. Okaze. Carey the target, nodded down on the far side, but Carey has brought the ball to feet. Tripped on the way through. Maybe one more chance for Coventry United. Carey takes it quickly. We're going to play it through for Jack Bowden. Stopped by Mortimer. And O'Connor does the rest. Neat first touch by Coleman on this near side on the United end of the field. DeVoyle. Agambiade making the run. O'Connor's with him, but will it be enough? Wills calling for it in the air. He's got Bowden in there too. Joseph Agambiade taking it all alone. Chips it in. Diving header by Rico Alexander. And a slide away. Only as far as Riley DeVoyle. Second bite of the cherry for Coventry United. Perhaps here's Bowden. Mollison. Will it be another stunner for the Red and Greens? Carey. Wills call for it. It comes to Sean Wills. Buries it into the bottom corner. Sean Wills' first ever Coventry United goal on his first Red and Green start. That is how you make an impression. On the brink of half-time, Sean Wills, who has come on leaps and bounds in the last 12 months, went from a bit part player at the start of last season to a bona fide starter today. And he has proved why his name was on that team sheet this afternoon. Nodding past Farrell into the bottom corner. Beautiful cross from the left-hand side. Coventry United will take the lead just before the break. Referee checks the watch. There's not too long to go before that whistle blows again. We are now into added minutes. We've got about 30 seconds of added time. We did have a bit of a stoppage with the injury to Kyle Ansell in the first 10-15 minutes or so. So it'll be about 2 minutes added time as Roscoe looks to launch it away under pressure as Miles plays it back in a dangerous position. Wellingborough are going to roll over and let United have the lead at the break. Coleman gets enough of it and a push on Bowden. After 1 minute of added time, Coventry United take an unlikely first half lead into the break. They took the lead after 5 minutes thanks to a stunner from Joseph Agambiade. Buckby pulled one back with a brilliant header, but it was another header, this time from Sean Wills, making it 2-1 to the Red and Greens. Half-time score at the Dog and Duck Ground. It's Wellingborough Town 1, Coventry United 2. We'll be back in 10 minutes here on CUTV. And we are back for the second half of what has been a fantastic afternoon of football here in Northamptonshire. It is Wellingborough Town 1, Coventry United 2, as we are set to start the action for the final 45 minutes of the United Counties League Premier Division South game. We have a substitution at half-time. It wasn't exactly unexpected. Ryan Okaze has been replaced at left-back after suffering an injury late in the first half. And coming on in his place is Abdul Bamba. So let's get the second half underway. Coventry United now kicking from right to left in their red shirts with green shorts and socks. Wellingborough in yellow and blue. As we ported on the right-hand side. Now Buckby. Cut to the middle. Here's Ichafano. Across the Mortimer, Kate Morrison. Early minutes substitute. Vieira. Oh, I don't think that was a cross that Peter Crouch is going to get his head on, unfortunately, unless the Wellingborough strikers have turned into giants. They weren't going to get their heads on that. It's out of play for a throw on this near side. Adam Miles, known affectionately as Smiler to his teammates, launches upfield from this throw, level with his own penalty area, landed up by Porter. There's Wills with the header. Slide by Charles keeps it alive. Ichafano with a lovely 1-2. Tom Ichafano with a route in, blocked by Adam Miles, and Miles playing it off the hand, the supporting hand of Tom Ichafano as he stumbles to the ground. So the handball is given to Riley DeVoyle on the ball in his own penalty area. Will United try and protect this 2-1 lead or go out for a third? It's all about game management for the Red and Greens here, for this young team. That's a beautiful ball put through for Kyle Carey. Into the area he goes, taking on the defender. Kyle Carey looking for his first Coventry United goal of the season. Tried to do a bit too much there and gives away the free kick in the process, leading into Jack O'Connor. Carey trying to take on the whole of Wellingborough single-handed. He's a special player, all right, but even he needed help in that certain scenario. Coleman. Throw up line looking for Joseph Agambiade. Alexander first to it, hooks it back where it came from. Porter, chest control, but gives it away cheaply to Agambiade. A poorly placed pass into the defence. Now here's Sean Wills. Carey waiting for it. Carey holds away from Childs. He's got support this time. Will he use it? Kyle Carey draws it into the arrow, diverted away. And a scuffed clearance. Is it enough to find Ichafano? Yes, it is. Stabs it into the ground. And now Chip Chase will find Vieira on the left-hand side. Sunshine and showers, the order of the day here at the Dog and Duck ground. And it's been raining goals as well. Agambiade the target from Mitch Mollison, but Alexander stepped in front of him. And a throw on that far side of the field for Wellingborough. It's with Charlie Green. Alexander, close by Agambiade. You know, I don't want to leave themselves stretched to the back. All floats over Buckby to Adam Miles, who sticks his laces through that one. Out of play for a throw deep into Wellingborough territory. And Newcastle were brought into a 3-0 lead at Fulham. And Moran and Longstaff with the goals there. As we told you previously, Coventry is still leading at home to Middlesbrough. Leading held by Coleman. And for a throw on the halfway line. Far side of the field with a throw. Stabbed away by DeVoyle. Here's Joseph Agambiade. Hassled and harried all the way by O'Connor. Gets the ball away. It's blocked on the slide as it's collected by Sean Wills, who was ready to put it home. But the referee calls back for a free kick for the foul on Agambiade. Would it have been beneficial for Coventry to continue? Well, it's not down to them to decide. Certainly not shooting range for Riley DeVoyle. United would usually have Renato Prifty on set pieces, but he's a couple of weeks away from a return to action. by DeVoyle. Unchallenged header by Jake Williams. It's dipping. It dips over the crossbar. Williams left unopposed, but couldn't quite get the connection right. Five minutes of second half action have elapsed already here at Dog and Duck Ground. Time really flies when you're having fun and when you're in front. But when you get to that 70-minute mark, time really goes slowly if you're leading. As Miles leaps above Ichifano and knocks it out for a throw on this near side, taking very much out of position. And it's upfield by Farrell. On the way by Williams. Set down left by Mortimer. Vieira. Chance to cross for Vieira. Taking on Brad Coleman. Vieira puts it in. Falls to the feet of Porter. Turns away from the defence. Porter needs help. Here's Chip Chase. And into the area by Child. No one home. And easy gather for Chris Roscoe. Chelsea have equalised at Crystal Palace. Goal from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Kyle Carey, looked over the back line for Agambiade. Awkward one for O'Connor, but finds Chip Chase. Jack O'Connor. Good first touch from Porter. Looking to slip it through for Buckby. It won't find Buckby, but Vieira will give it a go, and an awkward stumble by Roscoe may open the door for a long-range strike into an empty net from Ichifano, but he's back in time after a stumble of his own from the Wellington number 11. Throw out line from Childs. Now a chance for Buckby right in the right-hand corner to try and play Wellingborough in. Overlap run being made by Childs. It's with Chip Chase. Buckby again, scorer of the equalising goal for Wellingborough. Of course, Coventry United scoring after that with Sean Wills. Beaming sunshine at the Dog and Duck Ground. May harm visibility when looking to the left of the park for Wellingborough. Into Porter in the penalty area on the right-hand side. Miles snatches it away, and Bamba finds Wills. Sean Wills looking for Abdul Bamba, and that's a beautiful ball through down the left-hand side. Agambiade wants it through, and another fantastic ball. Beating O'Connor, and that's Agambiade cutting in from the left-hand side. Joseph Agambiade past Alexander. Joseph Agambiade for Coventry United, deflected over for the corner. Agambiade has not stopped running since the first whistle blew. Was a big shout out to Delina Moore, who's tuned in, as well as our old first team coach, Ollington Matthews Paris. And Nigel Ward also listening to our exclusive audio commentary here on CUTV. DeWill thinks twice about playing it short to Carey. Keeper gets a hand to it, and luckily for him, the first to it is Lloyd Buckby. And he falls to the ground after a hand on the shoulder by Williams. The free kick right on the fringes of the penalty area to be taken after 9 second-half minutes. Vieira playing more centrally, nods it down for Buckby. Ichifano whips it in towards that far post, and it goes over the crossbar and out for the goal kick. Not what the number 11 was hoping for, I'm sure. At the other end of the park, it's Jack Buck. Hit to Joseph Agambiade, and striding away now is O'Connor. And the referee has now pulled it back. I'm not entirely sure what for. There was a hand on the shoulder by Bowden. Is that what was given the free kick for? A soft free kick. we'll get underway again with this free kick from Farrell. It fall to Vieira. No, it won't, thanks to the headed intervention of Brad Coleman. Alexander up high into the sky in the midfield. Wills battling with Chip Chase, and Wills has got there ahead of him. Keeps it on this near side, but a lunge in from Childs gives Coventry United the free kick. Sorry, the throw in, I should say. Sean Wills, one of the standout performers today. Bamba, poor throw, easily picked up by Chip Chase as it was aimed towards Kerry, but Adam Miles slides it out and then just shoulders it over the barricade here. So United have a chance to regroup at the back. Smart thinking from Smiler. And the return ball from Buckby to Childs. Over the line before Childs can bring it to feet. Oh, a look of anguish from Buckby, whose goal has given Wellingborough a chance here. Carey. It's with Childs. Lobbed away by Abdul Bamba. Cushion header by Rico Alexander. Williams will let it go to Bamba. Wills kills it right for Bowden. Gets there ahead of Mortimer. Plays it through for Mollison. Bundled to the ground by Luis Vieira. And Coventry United have the free kick on the right-hand corner of the box. Boyle sagging the ball up. All but free in and around that penalty area. Coventry United, a good header away at the far post by Chip Chase. Carey strides over the challenge on the left-hand side of the box. Squares for Adam Miles. Adam Miles hits it, looking to add to his 3 goals for the season already. I mean, that would have been the first from outside the box, but he just skims the woodwork on its way out. You hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Alan Ward next to us. And a real turnaround at St. Mary's. Joe Ariba made it 1-0 after 49 minutes there, but Cody and McNeil have made it 2-1 to Everton. Miles heads to the cross, only as far as Vieira. But the second's picked up by Miles again in front of Ichifano. No sign of any further changes after half-time. 1 change apiece, both due to injuries. Coventry United bringing on Abdul Bamba for the injured Ryan Okaze at the break. And Dan Mortimer coming on after around 5 minutes for the injury to Ansel. Mollison. Good feet, finds Wills. I'm going to chip it right. Doesn't quite find its way to Bowden, but the seconds will be collected by Brad Coleman on the volley. Agambiada will give chase. O'Connor has to nod it back to Farrell and does so. Good work under pressure from the Wellingborough number 5. Launch from behind from Rico Alexander over the head of Porter. And Roscoe finds a teammate in Coleman. Alexander leaping over Agambiade. Wills lets it go for Jake Williams. Carey into the centre circle where Wills is able to snap it up for the red and greens. Now Adam Miles. Williams. Miles again. Wills. Trying to bully him off the ball and a little trip on the way through there. Referee says get up. Miles. Reduction down the left-hand side. Carey the target, but cushioned down by O'Connor, but smacks off Chip Chase. O'Connor receives it again from Green. Off the chest of Porter. Now Vieira. You know, got to be careful not to foul here. Chested down by pulling for a back heel into the goal. Thierry Henry style, but Chris Roscoe's not about to be caught out. Devoyle. Long ball easily collected by O'Connor, who's been really the focal point at the back for Wellingborough this afternoon. Here's Chip Chase. Charlie Green caught in possession by Jack Bowden, but is able to get it back to O'Connor. Mortimer. Space to utilise down the right, but it's cross tagged by the leg of Devoyle, and now Bowden skips away from Mortimer, now taking on Green, loses that particular duel, and it's back with Mortimer. Icefano looking to dart in from the left-hand side. Great run by Icefano. Handball claims. And the referee, I think, has given a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Wellingborough field is inside the box. Jake Williams, I believe, with his arm outstretched. And the Wellingborough fans who are right, claiming that it was inside the box. Remember, if it is on the line, it is classed as inside the box. It's hard to see with the sunlight beaming down the pitch, but that looks as close can get to the box. Well, Wellingborough brought United back to a stalemate from a set piece before. Can they do it again? With Tom Icefano, the number 11 for the Doughboys, as the referee checks the wall. Icefano looking to bring Wellingborough back again. Doesn't beat the wall. And now United looking to clear. Mollison finds Kyle Carey. Here's Bamba. Carey again. United have avoided disaster on that occasion. Now Agambiade looking for a ball through perhaps for Sean Wills. Here is Wills. Controls well. On the right-hand side, there's space for Bowden. Jack Bowden looking for an option. Here's Agambiade. Joseph Agambiade still in the area. Short to Bowden. Jack Bowden for Coventry United. Blocked by the leg of O'Connor. And Icefano looks to race up the other side of the park. Followed closely by Wills. Into United territory. Lloyd Buckby. Will he be the difference maker again? Here's Childs. Vieira free on the right-hand side, followed all the way by Miles. Miles has beaten him to the ball. Will he find a way out of that corner? He's put it on a plate for Buckby in the area. Charged down by a combination of Williams and Bamba. Buckby has stayed down, and United break from the back. Here's Kyle Carey taking on Chip Chase. Agambiade's with him. Steps past Chip Chase, cuts in on Green. He's opened up space on the right-hand side for Bowden. Looking to drill it across the pitch. Buckby's back on his feet, but it's a ball collected on the edge of the area by Chip Chase, lunging from behind by Brad Coleman. And another by Devoyle takes out for a throw on that far side. And we're going to have a change here for Wellingborough. Well, it's hard to see the number coming up. It's the number 2 coming off. That's Dan Childs. We couldn't quite see the number of the shirt coming on. On the bench for Wellingborough, they have Anderson, Long, Elmore and Drayton. It looks to be a like-for-like change at right back. Still can't see the shirt number, so I'll tell you who it is. It's number 14, that's Ollie Anderson. And another change, surprisingly, it's Buckby coming off. And Coventry United have also made a substitution with Jack Bowden leaving the field. It's hard to keep up with all these substitutions. I don't know, you tell me. There's Charlie Faulkner who's come on for Coventry United. Here's Carey. Taking on the latest substitute, Anderson. Carey in the box. Plays it across for Wills. Faulkner's with him. Faulkner playing on the right side of that front three now in place of Bowden. Mollison wants it back. Faulkner looking for the ball in. Blocked on the first delivery. Wills. Across the face of goal, can Carey keep it? He should just about get there, he does, but hands it to Anderson. on the back heel. Ball down the right-hand side of the park. Well played by Bamba. Now Agambiade keeps it alive for Coventry United. Mollison to Devoyle. The Red Wings are going to calm things down in the midfield. Mitch Mollison wants options. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Agambiade. He's got Carey free on the left-hand side. Look to pick him out, but the leg of Anderson blocks it. Faulkner charges in and brings it back. 1-2 with Carey. Looking to beat Green. Falls back where it came from. Here's Bamba. The substitute at left back. Morrison ducking and diving away from chip chase. Carey, someone's lost their shin pad there as it's lobbed it in to Sean Wills! And stopped well by Farrell. Wills looking to double his money there. Faulkner lunges in. Who got a final touch on that slide? Faulkner believes that it was the Wellingborough man, number 12, Mortimer. And the linesman doesn't agree. There's a throw into Wellingborough. Now Green, deep into his own turf, followed all the way by Faulkner. Alexander, Wellingborough on the back foot here. They've got to find a way out of their own backyard. Faulkner charged down from behind. Definite free kick as Ejafala got a little bit too enthusiastic and trying to bring the ball back to the Doughboys. Well, Liverpool have brought it back to 2-2 at Anfield. Both goals from Roberto Firmino. Newcastle now 4-0 up. Another goal for Almiron. And at the CBS, it's still Coventry City 1, Middlesbrough 0. Lofted in by Devoe towards Alan Miles. Launched over the United defender and out for a goal kick. Next time we're on air here on CUTV, this coming Saturday, League Cup action at home to Belper. 3 o'clock kickoff, £8 adult tickets at the Butts Park Arena. But if you can't make it, we're here for you on CUTV. Brief stoppage in play as Ejafano is tying his boots. Goal kick won in the air by Mollison. Here's Agambiade. That's a fantastic ball for Carey. Oh, and he was just a stride beyond the last defender when the ball was played. The flag raised. It was tight, very tight. The linesman's got a better view than we have. And straight up the other end, it's Ollie Anderson. Slight touch by Porter. Miles snatches it away from the feet of Vieira and nearly runs out of the ground as he launches it away on this near side, and we'll need another match ball, I'm sure. So latest score from Sphinx Drive, I should say. Coventry Sphinx 3, along with Buckby 0. Coventry United at the moment ready to rise up the table with 3 points. Still plenty of action to come. We're only halfway through the second half. United could have had a third goal from Sean Wills, but at the moment it is finally poised at 2-1 as the ball flies through the penalty area, collected on that far side by Faulkner. Has it gone out? Yes, it has. Throw in for Green. He's going to leave it, in fact, for Dan Mortimer, the left back. Faulkner gets his foot to it first and launched away by Devoyle. Alexander beaten Agambiade to the loose ball. Another look by Faulkner to Brad Coleman. And a standing behind the 2 number 8s going head to head there, and it was Mollison who gets the free kick. Halfway into United turf. We're about to hit the 70-minute mark. Let us know on Twitter or on YouTube who you think should be our CUTV man of the match. Ejafano blocking the intended clearance from Coleman. Crosses in, turned away by Jake Williams. Now Mollison looking to match the run of Kyle Carey. He's found him this time and the offside flag stays down. Carey was in his own half of the field when the ball was played. Here's Agambiade. He's got Faulkner behind him. To the left with Abdul Bamba. 1-2 with Kyle Carey. Bamba. Carey. Agambiade looking to cut in. Tried to square for Bamba. Touched only as far as Wills. battling for it, but loses that particular duel. And now Luis Vieira looking to get Wellingborough back on the front foot here. Porter. Chip Chase turns away from his man all the way back to Farrell, to the disapproval of the Wellingborough fans. Farrell lobs it right off the shoulder of Anderson. Just kept it on the line by Luis Vieira. Tries to flick it over over Bamba, I should say. And Bamba able to find Wills. Poor touch by Agambiade. And now a chance to break down the right-hand side for the Wellingborough substitute. Miles turns it back where it came from. Anderson. He's got long in support. Still Ollie Anderson. And a crucial deflection of the foot of Jake Williams takes it over to Faulkner on the far side. Agambiade caught from behind. The referee says nothing doing. Here's O'Connor in the centre circle. No one to the left of the park for Wellingborough, and Roscoe will just let that one bounce to his feet. "19 minutes of play remaining at the Dog and Duck ground. Wellingborough Town 1, Coventry United 2. Agambiade beats the ball in the air by O'Connor. Here's Matt Long. Vieira, through ball down the right-hand side. Long covered up by Adam Miles. It's back with Vieira. Lofted ball, nodded up by Icefano. United able to scramble it clear thanks to Jake Williams. Wellingborough starting to kick into a higher gear. But here come Coventry United looking to close the game off. Agambiade, Faulkner's up there with him. But it's back with the goalkeeper. Good slide by the defender. It's hard to see the shirt numbers at the moment with the sun glaring as it is. Chip Chase, the number 4. Making a beeline for the box. And a slide by Faulkner. Well, that could well be a yellow card challenge. It's a definite free kick. Well, not quite the accolade that Faulkner would have liked to cap off his return to Coventry United after 6 months away. Yellow card fine incoming. That'll go towards the end of season night out. And Liverpool have fully turned it around at Anfield now, and it's an Adam Webster own goal. Liverpool 3, Brighton 2. Jared Bradshaw warming up for the Red and Greens. Could see his introduction very soon. May well see the withdrawal of Agambiade, putting Faulkner down the middle. Chance to equalise for Wellingborough. They need to take these opportunities. It's in by Icefano. High into the sky by Wills. Enough distance on it for United's liking. And Alexander will try and shepherd it into touch and has done so. Devoe pretending a quick throw from being taken. O'Connor in an alien part of the field for him. There's a 1-2 with Long. Down goes O'Connor and falls to the ground again. Rather flamboyant attempt at winning a penalty for Wellingborough Town, but it's put back in. Nodded up by Porter, only as far as Charlie Faulkner. And safely away for the Red and Greens. Going down once wasn't enough for O'Connor. He wanted to emphasise his point. Referee, not an acting fan. Now it's down the right with Anderson. Drills it low and slid away by Alan Miles, who has been rock solid at the back as always. "15 minutes to go. Coventry United nearly there. But Wellingborough have got 15 minutes to grab something back. And it goes by Anderson. Nodded down by Miles. No nonsense defending from Carey. Onto the halfway line, cushioned header by O'Connor. Mortimer. Wellingborough pushing everyone forward. Williams. And Morrison will find Kyle Carey in space down the left-hand side. Chip Chase is following him back. On the fringe of the area, Kyle Carey cuts across. Kyle Carey, he has to hit it. He does hit it. It's blocked. Handball claims against Chip Chase. Referee waves away protests. Wills will chase Anderson. Anderson takes it into the corner. Turns away in a poor clearance. Mollison, not the best of touches. Vieira goes down. And the referee has now called for a free kick to Coventry United. I think maybe for handball by Vieira or potentially obstruction. He fell on the ball and was preventing Mollison from reaching it. It's Mollison from the left-hand side. A third goal would surely wrap up the 3 points for the Red and Greens. He's going for goal there. Not exactly the most powerful of efforts from Mollison. We're going to catch Farrell up, but Farrell wasn't to be caught out. Ichifano taking on the whole United backline by himself. He was never going to win that battle. Miles shrugged aside by Ichifano. Referee says no foul. And that will be a foul against Charlie Faulkner, who has to be careful. Hands in the back on Charlie Green, and Faulkner has already, I believe, been booked. Matt Long looking to strike hands off the back of Sean Wills. And now Carey looking to sprint away from Rico Alexander. Alexander making sure he couldn't do so, but doing so illegally. Pushing the back from Rico Alexander, and now the quick free kick taken to Abdul Bamba. United want this third goal. They want breathing room. Beautifully weighted ball over to Charlie Faulkner, and Faulkner, his shirt pulled, hands all over him from Dan Mortimer. Free kick Coventry United with 13 minutes to go. A chance for a delivery from the right corner of the box. Now the sun's gone behind the clouds, so we can finally see what's going on the pitch. Will Devoyle get himself an assist and assist the United on their way. It's their first victory since August. Miles in the far post, brilliant save. It's offside anyway, but that was an outstanding save from Farrell. And we don't usually include offside moments in the highlights, but we're going to have to put that in. That was astonishing from the Wellingborough goalkeeper. And another change coming up for Wellingborough Town. Vieira off, Elmore on. Another attacking change, Long going over to the left-hand side of the attack. Almost looks like a four-man attack. For Wellingborough, you've got Ichifano, you've got Porter, you've got Long, now Elmore. It's almost like a 3-3-4 for Wellingborough. The big worry for them will be, are they leaving themselves exposed at the back? Coventry United aren't exactly a blunt force up front. They're putting all their eggs in one basket here. It's a big risk for the Doughboys. Here's Anderson. Elmore making himself available. Ollie Anderson now slipping it through, but too late. Ball rolls away from Ichifano. And out for the goal kick. 10 minutes left. United have made two changes. They've used just one of their available free windows, as one of the changes was at half-time. And they're getting another change rate. It looks like Kyle Carey's coming off And you would assume it's going to be Jared Bradshaw heading on. Knocked it out on this near side by Chip Chase. Well, it was number 17 on the board. That is Bradshaw. So we'll wait to hear confirmation of the substitution from Carl Nolan. Throw up line to Wills. Couldn't quite get the first touch right. A little trip from behind by Wills. Referee says nothing doing. He's got the ball back. Floats it right. Here's Charlie Faulkner. It's a race to get there ahead of the ball heading out. And he has got there. Now he's got to take on Mortimer. Agambiade's there. But Charlie Faulkner breaks in. Charlie Faulkner looking for the glory himself. Gets the corner out of it. A good block by Jack O'Connor. The change will have to wait. Coventry United with 9 minutes left. They play it short to Carey. Will Carey go it alone? Return ball to Devoyle. In towards Jake Williams, nodded up by O'Connor. Who can bring it down? Agambiade's in there. And a free kick against Agambiade, I think for a hand on the shoulder of Rico Alexander. It's taken short. Here's Ollie Anderson. Tommy Giafano, back heel. Just enough to get away from Mitch Mollison. Here's Chip Chase, chested by Abdul Bamba, the substitute. Devoyle to Williams. Cole with a mistake, but nods the second ball away from Matt Long. Faulkner wants the free kick as he was dragged to the ground. Referee says no foul, and in fact it's going to be a throw for Wellingborough Town. And here comes the change. It's Brian and Love coming on, the number 17 on the back of Brian and Love. And Joseph Agambiade leaving the field. And Love brought on to assist the hold-up play up front. And Agambiade's stunning strike in the first 5 minutes put Coventry United in front. Wills made it 2-1 just before the break. This would be a remarkable victory for Coventry United against a team like Wellingborough who are pushing up the right end of the table. This young Coventry United team started the season well. They've had difficulty in the last month or so. This would be a real step in the right direction. Launched up to Brian and Love, already troubling O'Connor and already giving away the free kick within the first 30 seconds. Outstretched boot on Jack O'Connor. I don't think he'll care about a yellow card or two. Farrell. Rico Alexander. Thumps it upfield. Looking for Elmore. Williams trying to shield it back. Dives in. And the referee has given the free kick to Coventry United as Williams went to ground. And the United man has stayed down. United took the free kick. But Williams is down. The referee has to pull it back. And the United physio called over to support Jake Williams. With 7 minutes on the clock, Amani Chavda, today's a stand-in physio in place of Lucy Stead, who's currently on holiday, should be back next week for the game against Belper. Crucially at the CBS Arena, it's still Coventry City 1, Middlesbrough 0. Victor Gyökeres with the goal against the team who apparently bid £15 million for him in the summer. That could be City's first win of the season. In the Premier League, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 1, Fulham 0, Newcastle 4, Liverpool 3, Brighton 2, and Southampton 1, Everton 2. We have got low battery here at the Dog and Duck Ground. We hope to be able to bring you the end of this game. We should just about have enough. The free kick onto the chest of Chip Chase. Flicks it upfield before Wills could do anything about it. Here's Elmore backing into Coleman. Can Green get it in? It's in by Green. Ijafano was there at the far post. It's out only as far as Anderson. Now Ijafano, can Wellingborough strike back? Oh, and right in front of goal. Elmore could have had a tap in, but couldn't sort his feet out. It's out for a corner on this near side, but it could have been oh so more for the Doughboys. And Love racing back to add his considerable size to the mix. It's a poor corner cleared by the first man, Charlie Faulkner at the near post. Now Kyle Carey's got to get moving. He's taking on Ollie Anderson and the entire back line on his own. This three-man back for Wellingborough halts his run, allowing his teammates to track upfield onto the chest of Brad Coleman. Coleman on the volley. He may be playing in defence today. That was a bit of a defender's finish from Brad Coleman, but he's wasting crucial seconds. And he's gone down with what looks like he was holding his hamstring there. May have overstretched in that effort. Well, Simon Reynolds is tuned in here on CUTV. The highlights of today's game will be available tonight here on the CUTV YouTube channel, youtube.com/Coventry United, the place to find all of your Coventry United men's footage this season. And we'll also try and catch a word with Carl Nolan, the Coventry United manager, and maybe a player as well at the end of the game. 4 minutes of normal time to go. We're at the business end of the game. As Farrell sticks it straight into the United dugout on the far side. Throw into the red and greens. It's Brad Coleman up line, looking for Brian and Love. It's over and Love, but Love to beat the number 12 one-on-one. That's a great ball through for Kyle Carey to seal it. The goalkeeper first to it. United have had their chances to wrap up the win. Wellingborough have had their chances to pull the red and greens back. Roscoe coming out for that one and scoops it down the left-hand side. Now Monison keeps the move along for Coventry United. Chips it to the left. Offside flag, and it's Kyle Carey who kicks the ball away. And the referee could well bring Carey over, and does. Carey going into the book. And a yellow card for Carey. Precious time running out for the home side. Farrell's got to get the ball up the other end of the park. There it goes. Coleman up for it. Nodded to the left by Porter. And Porter again going down low to trying to head it in, but it's found Ijafano. Ijafano trying to beat his man. Brilliant save with the near post by Roscoe, keeping the 3 points intact. Roscoe performed heroics at rugby last week, which didn't bear fruit on the points table. But that save may well. Diverted away by Faulkner at the near post from that corner. In again towards Ijafano. Offside calls, referee says no. Tommy Ijafano going to cut in. Kills it to the far post, headed across. And over the woodwork by Chip Chase. And with just 2 minutes to go, could that be the final chapter of the story? Great ball by Ross, going to find Carey. Here's Brian and Love in the centre circle. DeVoyle across the Coleman. An absolutely fantastic performance at right back for him. DeVoyle looking for the return ball, only as far as Mortimer. Porter beaten mid-air by Jake Williams. Mortimer's run curtailed again by Williams. Another player who's had a brilliant afternoon. And Love wrestles his way past Rico Alexander. O'Connell plays it all the way back to Farrell. And Love putting him under pressure. Good clearance by Farrell. But out on this near side, bouncing over Ijafano, and Coventry United in the last minute of normal time are nearly home. But there's still 60 seconds of normal time left. It slipped into the area, straight to the feet of Roscoe. Poor ball from Wellingborough. And Roscoe takes as much time as he can to pick it up. In his all green goalkeeping kit. Unloved the target. Cushion header by O'Connor. Back to Farrell. Rico Alexander. Wellingborough not giving up on this game. Down the centre it goes. Williams enough on it. Only as far as Green. Space on the right-hand side for Ollie Anderson. Anderson's ball in. Williams tried to turn it around. Elmore on the far side, but United have picked it up on the right side. Faulkner gives it away. Into the centre circle it goes with O'Connor. Everyone up for Wellingborough. It's last chance saloon for the Doughboys. Right on the touchline for Anderson. Ichefano. Lost it left. Knocked down by Williams. Elmore, can he get the shot away? Oh, and an awkward ball for Ollie Anderson. Goes to the right-hand side of the box. Averted away by Williams. The cross and drew towards the net. Handball claims. Can United clear? Yes, they can through Mitch Mollison. An unbelievable conclusion to the dog and duck ground as Williams tried to get to the ball first, ahead of Long, and United have got the free kick. Someone got my heart medicine. There's too much for a commentator to take as Jake Williams stays down. We've had a minute of added time already. There may well be time for one more attacking move. Roscoe shepherding his players upfield. Onto the head of Love. But the header finds Ichefano in space on this near side. Mollison's with him. Simon Ichefano. Mollison does well to halt the run. Where will the number 11 go from here? Cuts it into the middle. Here's Rico Alexander. We said there's going to be one more chance. Alexander down the left-hand side. Cross the opportunity for Wellingborough to pull one back. Oh, it's across the face of goal. I thought that was in. The Wellingborough fans thought it was in. It just needed that crucial touch. That tiny nick on the ball to turn it home. But it went begging. And the referee telling Roscoe, take the goal kick. Will this be the last kick of the game? No, it won't. Roscoe down the left towards Brian and Love, bounces out for a throw-in. Referee checks the watch again. We've had 2 minutes of added time. There can't be much long left. Was that handball against Porter? Referee says no. Shields from Bamba. Bamba in with a challenge. Throw-in to Wellingborough. I'm surprised that Farrell isn't in the centre circle. Everyone back for Coventry United. Everyone forward except for Farrell for Wellingborough. A long throw to come from O'Connor. It's make or break for both sides. The difference between 3 points and 1. Good strong header away by Miles. It's back with O'Connor. Stumbled by O'Connor. Trying to find a route around. It's number 5 in Miles. It's brought to the feet of Faulkner. Swing and a miss. Doesn't get the clearance away. Charlie Faulkner followed all the way by Rico Alexander. It's out of play for a throw right in the corner. Another check of the watch from the referee. And it's going to be another O'Connor special. Rory Delap style into the box from the throw. There it goes. Who can get their head on it? It's brought down. It's dangerous. Can Coventry United clear? It's Ichefano! Millimetres wide. And the referee blows the whistle. Coventry United win! A truly spectacular finale at the Dog and Duck ground. This is what non-league football is all about. Wellingborough giving their all. And by millimetres, Coventry United escaping that equalising goal. Those are the margins, but the Red and Greens will be delighted with those first half goals from Joseph Agambiade and Sean Wills. They've got the job done. This young team is learning and improving all the time.